So welcome back to our channel, that is AI Next Generation. So in the previous video we already have been seen about the concept of various type of method, various type of variables, how to create the class, how to create the object of the class, and the keywords like self and init method in the particular OOPS. So this particular video we are going to focus on inheritance in the Python. What do you mean by inheritance in the Python? This is the most important topic of the oops. So where how you are just creating the child class, how you are just creating the parent class, and from where you are just inheriting all the properties from the parent class. Okay, clear? So we are going to see this all the things in this particular class, that is in this particular video that we are going to take, that is inheritance in the Python. So first of all, if you going to the theoretical path, what do you mean by inheritance in the Python? Means that particular, whenever you are just creating the class and you are just inheriting all the properties, the attribute and methods of from your parent class, so they are called as a inheritance. Means you are just inheriting the properties of your parent class and you are in the child class. So how to write the syntax of the this particular inheritance we are going to see in the coding section. So this all thing we have done in the last video, so I hope you have gone through that. So whenever how to write the basic syntax of this particular inheritance, so first of all you are just writing the parent class. This will be your parent class where you are just, and where you are just deriving all this property. In this particular block you are just deriving the all the properties, attribute and methods you already have in the parent class. Now you are just creating the child class. Okay, so whenever you are just creating the child class, you are just inheriting from the parent class, because you don't want to repeat the code whether it is already it is present in the parent class. You want to invoke that particular method, that attribute in your child, in your class. That is called as a child class. Okay, so you are just writing. So this is how this particular syntax of this particular inheritance is. First of all you have just created the child class. First of all you have just created the parent class, and then after you have just created the child class, and then you have to just pass in the parenthesis, that is parent. Means you are just inheriting from this particular class, and the parent class which already the attribute and method has been defined. Now you want to use the same logic in your child class. Okay, so you don't want to, this basically we are doing, you don't have to write the logic again and again in every class. Whenever you have written that logic in the first class, why you are going to repeat the code in again in the your class? Okay, so that's why the properties, the class which take all the attributes and behavior of their the another class, they are called as a particular, they are just inheriting all the properties from their parent class. Okay, so that's why they are called as a child class. Okay, so this was about the inheriting theoretical part, you can just say. So now we are just going to write about, you are clear with the what is inheritance, you are clear with the what is parent class, you are clear with the child class. Now we are just creating the class parent class, then after you are just creating the child class, and how you are just invoking, how you are just taking all the attribute and methods from the parent class to the child class. We are going to see this all thing in this particular video. Clear? So now you are just creating, suppose one class you are just creating that's related to the suppose you are just creating the, we already have been created the class of the engineer, that is the employee. Even you can just create a new class that's belong to the, I have just taken the example of the engineer, and this is my blog, you can just read this about this particular. So already we have just created the engineer class, this is the parent class, and then after we have just created another child class, that is this one, and from that we are just using all the properties, that is attribute and method of the parent class which already has been created. We are not going to write it again and again in the child class. Clear? So again what you can just do, you can just reuse the same employee, we already have the employee class. You can just say this, we already have been employee class. In the employee class you have the constructor. First of all you define the constructor, then after you have the email for that particular employee, you have employee pay, and then after init pay, every time every year how much pay it is increasing. This all method we already have been defined, accessor, mutator, and class method, and also starting method. Clear? Now if we already gone this through this particular topics. Okay, so now if you are again you're just creating, now let's sort, we can just create a sort particular employee class. We are not going too much long. Yes, in the previous video we already have been covered many methods. Okay, so now if you are just creating, and again the employee class, this is the new employee class you are just creating. Then after you are just creating the first is you are just creating the constructor for the employee class. So you are just creating the constructor, and then after you are just passing the self, the first argument you have to pass. Then after you are just followed by the name of that particular employee. Then after you are just going for the ID of that particular employee and what is pay of that particular employee. You are just writing this three concept, clear? And then after you are just initializing this one, self dot name equal to name, and then after that you're just writing self dot id equal to id, and again you are just writing self dot pay equal to pay. Clear? I don't think so you have doubt in this. You already have been covered this all thing in the previous video. You have just created one constructor for this particular employee, and then after that you are just creating one more method, that is you are just calling as a you can just say the email method. So you are just creating an email of that particular employee. So you are just passing self, and then after you are just giving the return self dot what the name of that particular employee plus you are just calling that particular as a at the rate something gmail or xyz company.com. xyz, that is a company.com, or you can just write company or xyz. I can just give anything. Okay, okay, you're just writing company.com. Clear? Now you are just you have just created employee class. In that you have just take the three parameter, that is the name, id and pay, and then after you are just creating one method, that is the employee method, and this is the constructor. So whenever you are just making the object of this particular employee class, how you are just making the first employee, you are just writing, okay, you are just writing for the first employee, you are just creating, then after that you are just calling the employee, and you are just passing the parameter because this is the constructor. So by default this method will invoke. So what the parameter you have to pass, name, id and pay, you have to pass here. Already we have covered about how to use the self and constructor, how they are just behaving. I think you can just go and cover about the what do you mean by self and what do you mean by constructor in the oops. So now you have to just pass the name, you are just passing the same name we have just covered above, Pius, and then after you are just passing the id of there 123, and after the pay you are just getting 50,000, clear, per month. And again you are just going, you are creating one more object, that is employee 2, and again you are just creating the employee, and then after again you are just passing ram. Okay, you are just passing the ram, and then after you are just creating the id for that is a 101, and then after you are paying the how much he is getting 80,000. Clear? So you have just created the two object of this particular employee class, and whenever you want to call this method, that is a email method, you can just write employee1 dot email, you just call this method. Let's see what we are getting the answer. You will just get the answer, Pius at the rate company.com. which company it belongs to, it is given the email address of this particular first, that is the first object, that is employee 1, and again you are just writing employee 2 underscore 2 dot email. Okay, you are just creating, and you are just getting the mail of that particular second employee. I think it's clear to you how you are just creating this whole thing. The first class we already have done, but still I'm just explaining you. Now we are just going the concept of the inheritance. Now you are just creating another class. Okay, you can just remove. Now you are just creating another class. Clear? For now we can just remove for now. Okay, you can just write comment it out or remove for now. Now you are just creating the class, that is you are just creating the child class, where you have to use the name, id and pay. Also you have to write the email, but you are just creating this particular class for the developer. Okay, so you are just creating the class for the developer, you're this developer, and here you're just passing, you are here the class developer, they will have the name, they will have the id, they will have the pay, but you want to x one more extra parameter, that is argument. But the rest, name, id and pay, it is already present. You can do as it is, you can do copy and paste, you can do, and you can just create this thing also. You can just write this all thing in here. But the thing is that why you are going to do this all thing, why you are going to repeat the code again in this particular in child class. You can just say not for now, it is not a child class, you can just say, but still why you are going to repeat this all code. You already have this self dot name initializing, you already have been initialized this all thing in the employee class. Again you are just doing the same, you are just writing the code, you a code of name, id and pay. Again you are just writing the same method that is already is been present in the employee class. To overcome of this, you don't have to write the repetition of the code, you don't have to write the logic of the code, you are just going to concept of the inheritance. Now you will just use the developer class, you just remove this one. Now the developer class, this will become a child class, because it will inherit all the properties, that is a the attribute and behavior of this particular parent class. Now you have to just write the employee, that's it. Now you can just see, just write pass So now you are able to see, you are just creating the first of all employee class, and then after you have just created the developer class. Now developer class become a child class and employee class become the parent class. Clear? Because in employee class you already have the init method, that is a constructor, and you already have the email id method. But whenever you are just creating the developer class, so you are just passing the parameter in the parenthesis, that is a employee. Now employee, this is a parent class, and developer become the child class, because you are just inheriting all the properties from the employee class. That's why you are a child class, and from where you are just inheriting all the methods, all the attribute, they are called as a parent class. Clear? So now if you are just making the object of that, how? If you are just making the object, this one, if you are just writing employee 1 and you are just passing the first, that is a developer, and here we have just created the empty class for now. So first of all we are going to see how the constructor behave, how the init method behave for the parent class and for the child class. Clear? So what you have to just pass the parameter, you have to pass the parameter as it is, what you are just passing here. Because whenever you are not passing anything, because you are just taking, you don't have any init method, so whenever you are just running this code, it will give you an error. Why? Because by default it is rating the init method is missing the 3 required argument, but this init method is of the employee, it's not init method of this particular developer. So that is we are just going to write here. So there is one concept we are just going to use this, that they are called as a method resolution order. Okay, so what do you mean by this? Is basically this saying that whenever the constructor is not defined in the child class, so by default they will go for the parent class. If the constructor you have defined in the child class, they will execute that thing, that is a init method you are just defining in the child class, then that method will implement first. But whenever you have not defined any init method in the child class, here you have just created empty child class, so now they will just jump to the parent class and they will call the constructor of the parent class. So that's why you have to pass the 3 parameter in the developer. Now you are just passing as a Pius, you're just passing as a Pius, and then after you are just following by the id you are just passing, and pay what it is getting, he is getting as a 50,000. Clear? So now if you're just running, you are just getting the output, there is no error in this. Now again you can just call from employee, you can just call the email for that, you can just do this thing, you can just call the email and you will get the email id for this particular developer class. Clear? So that is the pius@gmail.com. now if you want to see how the method resolution order works, so first of all I just said you about the constructor. So if you want to see about the developer, just write print and take the help method. This is the inbuilt particular method or inbuilt function. So whenever you're just passing the developer for that developer, so what it will just here you can just see, it will just show you how you are just making the step by step description of this particular developer. So you are just creating the developer class, but here you are just passing empty, you are just creating the empty class. So that's why method resolution order, what they are just saying, first of all you have to go for the developer class and find the init method for that, but you have not mentioned any init method in the developer class, then it will jump to the employee class. So now employee method, it will just call the init method of the employee class, that is the constructor of the employee class. Again if there is no constructor in the employee class, then what object you are just mentioning, that method will be called. Okay, so it is a method resolution order. First of all, this is the about the constructor. So just keep in mind, whenever you are not creating in constructor, that is a init method in the child class, automatic init method of a or constructor of the parent class will invoke by default. So what parameter you are passing constructor in the parent class, you have to just pass whenever you're making the object for this particular child class. Clear? So again you can just see, you have the init method, you have to pass self, name and id, and then after email you have just created one method in the developer, that is employee, and here you can just see, here you can just able to see this all thing, okay, with the help of help keyword. Okay, now what I am saying, now you are just you are clear with this particular. Now you are just creating one constructor for that. The constructor you are just creating for the child class, that is a init method you are just using, and you are just passing the same, the self, name, id and pay. Okay, but extra one more parameter you want for the developer, that is which particular, in which language he is developing, whether he's expert in the Python language, or whether he is expert in the Java language, or whether he's expert in the C++ language for the game development. So what you're just writing here, the language, okay, or your programming language or computer language, you can say. Okay, you're just taking one more parameter. Now what, now you can just do as it you can just write self dot name equal to name, self dot id equal to id, self dot pay equal to pay, and self dot programming language equal to programming language. But what the use of the what the use of this particular inheritance whenever you are, again you are writing self dot name, self dot id, and self dot this. So there is one more concept. You don't have to initialize the name, id, and pay, because it is already has been initialized in the parent class. You have to initialize one particular that one particular argument, that is a programming language. Okay, so how you are just creating, you have to just initialize, you have to just call the init method of the parent class. For that you can use the super keyword, you can use this super keyword. So what do you mean by super? So super basically means it creating the virtual object of the parent class, means you is creating the virtual object, and from that particular object you are just calling the init method. You can even see I have just written about the employee, this is the particular super method, how you are just writing the for the super method. Clear? So for the super method, what you are just doing, you are just creating, this is about the super method, super function. So super function is basically is create the virtual object of the parent class. Okay, so you can access all the method or any attribute of the parent class with the help of super method. Clear? So what you have to just write here, you have to just call this particular super function, and then after you have to call the init method of your parent class. Okay, that is automatic, it will just call the init method of the parent class, and you have to only pass the name, id, and then after you have to pass the pay. Clear? So this super method is basically you are just creating the virtual object of the parent class, means you are just creating the object of the employee class, and from that particular employee class you are just calling name, that is the init method. And here you are just saying that you already have been initialized self dot name equal to name, id, and pay. You don't have to initialize again and again. This is the one way you can just do. And there is also one way, there is, you can just go for the employee. You can just write employee, that is a, you can just write this one employee, and then after you can just call the init method of your parent class. From that is the employee, this is already is the parent class, and you are calling the init method of your parent class, that is the employee, and you are just passing the first argument. In this, the first argument you have to pass, that is a self comma name comma id, that is the name comma id and comma pay. You can use any of these two things. Either you can go for the super, this one, either you can go for the this one, you will get the same result. But for you should stick with the super, because it is more convenient. You can just say it's more easy as compared to the employee. Here you are just writing the employee, that is a parent class, then after you have to write again the one more keyword, that is a self. So just stick to the super function. Super function is basically you are just creating the object of the parent class. What employee, it is creating the object, that is a virtual object of this employee class, and you are just calling the method, that is a init method from the particular parent class. Clear? You can stick with this. Now what you have to do, you have to initialize only one thing, that is a programming language. You have not initialized the programming language. Okay, so you are just writing self dot programming language, you are just writing programming, and then after you are just going for the, you are just writing programming language equal to programming language. You are just initializing this one, that's it. You are just writing programming, and then after you are just writing the language. Clear? So you, now you are able to see it, how many code of line you are just going to write, very small, you can just say, because you are going to initialize only self dot programming language equal to programming language. You don't have to initialize self dot name, self dot id, self dot pay. I think it's clear to you about the inheritance, why we are using inheritance. You are just reducing the number of lines of the code. So then again, whenever you are just creating the object of this, that is a developer. Okay, so now you have now you have to pass one more parameter, that is a programming language. Which programming language Piyush is expert for? Now if I am just writing the Piyush is expert for the C++. Clear? So in C++, you are just writing, and again you are just creating another particular object, that is it. Again you are just creating the developer, and you are just writing developer, and here you're just passing the RAM. The first parameter you're just passing the RAM, and then after you are just giving the ID of that, that is random ID you're just assigning, and you are just writing 80,000 for that. So you are just writing 80,000. Clear? And then after you are just passing what RAM is expert for, which particular language, programming language he is expert for. I'm just writing as it is, that is a Python. Okay, so now you are just writing employee 1, the whole 4 parameter you have passed, and for employee 2 whole parameter you have passed. Now you are going to run. So here you are able to see, you are just able to see now it is calling the constructor of your child class, that is your class first, because whenever with a method resolution order, the first of all it will just go to the child class, means which particular method, which particular object you are just creating for the developer class, it will just search init method of the developer class. But whenever it is not there, the init method in the child class, that is a developer class, then it will finally go for the employee class. This is called a parent class, you can just say. Okay, so because you are just inheriting all the properties from this particular parent class to the child class. Clear? So this was about the inheritance. I think it's clear to you how you are just creating the class, and this is the how you are just inheriting all the properties and attribute and properties, that is the behavior and attribute from this particular parent class. So you are, and the plus point of using the inheritance, because you are not writing, you are not writing the code and again you are not initializing the code and again you are just reducing the number of line of the code. So this was about the inheritance in the Python. I hope it is clear to you. So in the next video we are going to see about the multiple inheritance in the Python. So I hope you are clear with the super keyword, and how I hope you are clear how to another. I have just added one more method, that's from where you can just call the init methods. Okay, so this was about this particular yeah, that is the inheritance. Again, you can just call from the employee one. I can also see, I can just say employee one that email. You can even call this method now impuse dot is that is a company.com, because why you are just creating, you are just using the method that of the parent class, that is the email method you are going to use. Okay, and that object, from object you are just creating the object of the child class, that is a developer class. So now you are able to do, you are able to see. And okay, so this was about the things. Again, I can just create one more method. If you are worrying, you can just create one more method, that is which programming language he is expert. You are just writing programming, that's a program like is a computer. I'm just writing computer language he expert, and you are just passing the self parameter, and you are just returning the return the name. You can just keep the id. I can just give the id plus add id, return the id, or just print the id. Basically print, you are just printing the self dot id, and then after you also printing the in which particular the programming expert for. You can just write this one, programming underscore language. Okay, so whenever you are just calling this method, that is a comp language, so you can just write here comp and you can just write here underscore lang. Okay, so you can just see what you are getting the output. You are getting the id, that is a 123, and what's the programming language he's using, that is a C++. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. It's about the inheritance in the Python. That's all for this video. We are going to see in the next video. Thank you.